Yo, 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 it's Misha Deck,
And your boy Keymon,
aka the baddie.
the baddie. Oh
Oh
man, don't
man.
start with me today.
Another week and we at it.
Another
I'm gonna
week.
just keep reminding us.
We
I'm
are.
gonna be
We're
your
doing it.
affirmation.
We are doing it. How are you feeling?
Yes. I'm a little tired. It feels like it's been a long week. I think it's just preparing for some of the stuff that I have going on with my business. And then just, creating balance. And then of course, adulthood, taking care of, stuff, and you know all about that.
Man, it's wild. Like first of all, being a parent and then being an active parent and then starting over when you are 13 years in the game, that's a whole nother level. It is a whole
So
another
what you're
level.
telling me is don't start.
It's if you good with playing the position that you're in, play that position.
So what you said is stay in my ministry.
Exactly, exactly. Because this a but it at the end of the day though it really teaches you
Don't
and
don't don't start this. But
uh,
it's a beautiful thing. Don't start that. It ain't beautiful. It's real ugly right now. Go on and call ugly or ugly. It's ugly. It's
oh
ghetto.
man, it's ghetto. It's funny. It's fun. It's baby crying. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot.
But look at you. Look at you. You look good. You don't look like you ain't had no sleep. I mean, but if you take that hat off, we're gonna see the proof of the stress.
It's to the point where I don't even shave now. Like I just don't even shave. Like I got a Carl Winslow going on under his hat. Nah, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
So, so speaking of not getting no sleep, so for a person that get her sleep, right?
Uh-huh.
Not to throw that in your face. I wanted to talk about this because I thought this was so funny. At the same time, I really caught something from this. So, for the last, I want to say 8 months, I've had one of the same, it's not the exact same dream, but one of the reoccurring thing is I'm traveling with Daisy and then just different people, right? And I keep forgetting my passport, forgetting that I don't have my passport when I get to the destination. That's the next stop to going out the country. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll fly all the way to Miami and then realize I don't have my passport. And so that was like, what is that about for me, right? Because I'm
Mm-hmm.
so hard on myself about like keeping stuff.
Yeah.
This time it was a little different. Not only did I forget I didn't have my passport, I got left at like the port of where I was going. So for whatever reason, we were going on a trip and it seemed like we were in a cruise port,
Mm-hmm.
but we were actually getting on a bus that was transporting us to where we were going to take flight to go to our trip. And so something that ended up happening at the port, and I got split up from Daisy and my other friends, right? And so all I thought was, well, let me go get on the bus because if anything, they're gonna meet me on the bus, right?
Yeah.
So I get on the bus in the dream and all their stuff is in the seats, but these fools ain't on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
And the bus driver announces that he's gonna be taking off shortly because he wants to leave
Okay.
earlier than planned. So I'm calling Daisy phone, she ain't answering. And I'm looking at all they stuff, and then I'm looking at me. I'm like, do I get off? And then I gotta haul ass with all they luggage, right? That's on this bus right here on the
Mm-hmm.
seats. And so finally, somebody pick up her phone because I FaceTimed her, and it was like, oh, she in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, wait, where y'all at? Like I was looking like, and so they ended up being at the one of the friends that traveled with us house. And I said, yo, I left my passport at home, and the bus is about to leave. And they was having like a party. Like they literally just was like, oh, we was just gonna kill time at the house and then meet you back. Anyway, the bus leave. And when I woke up from the dream, I was so mad. And it dawned on me. I was mad because I got left with somebody else's luggage.
Mm,
And it dawned on me. Like in life, the priority originally was that I left my passport, right?
mm,
But I couldn't even focus on what my stressor was because I was left with somebody else's luggage, baggage. And it made me think about how much my friendships in certain circumstances have impacted me to where even if I don't visually or like catch on to it, right? Literally in the moment, my dream is reminding me that I am carrying people's luggage. I'm carrying people's luggage.
it's funny because I thought you was gonna say you went and knocked on Daisy's door and cussed her out for putting you through it. But
No, I did wake up in the morning mad because I was just like, what does this mean? Because out of those dreams, she's the only person that's been consistent with me leaving my passport at home.
mm, I think it's funny that you went that direction with with this story because I feel that we we come across like we got everything um put together. And but the case be is that we have so many people dumping their luggage on us, their problems, their stresses on us, where we don't have time to unpack the things that we're going through. And so then we find ourselves exploding out on some people who just might have came across it at the last minute. And so it's just crazy that you went there because I just feel like that's the case. And I would personally say, like, I wouldn't say I get that luggage because I don't allow it, but a lot of people look over here and think this yard is so pristine and so fresh and clean. And it's just like,
But it
I
is.
just, it,
It's
it
just they
is
don't see the what it takes for it to be that. They see the
exactly,
outcome and not the pour
exactly,
in.
exactly,
They don't see
exactly,
the pour into it. And you know
exactly.
what? I wanna wrap this part up because I have something I want to say to you that's been like digging at me to say, right? And I was like,
What is it now?
wait, no, no, no. So before I wrap this part up about the luggage thing, I just wanted to say that I think I give too much of myself and I
Mm,
don't give enough credit to myself,
mm,
right? Like you said, you don't even let nobody leave no luggage around you, right? And for me, it's not that I have a problem with people leaving their luggage, it's announcing it, right? Or asking, can I store it? Versus, which means like asking me what my capacity is first so that
mm.
I can know what I'm storing, right? And how long, right? Giving me that timeline. And I feel like we need to normalize asking people what their capacity is.
So you mean to tell me you want me to come up to you and say, "Hey, how much storage space you have for this story?" It sounds good, but good luck. Good luck. Have you ever answered a phone call and someone just dumped everything? You're like, damn, hello to you too
Yeah.
first.
And guess what? And I was the person that did it too. I ain't finna act like it
Yeah,
ain't.
yeah,
We've all played the reverse card of Uno, okay?
yeah. And now you want
Like
people to ask you what's your storage space.
I
You just
think
got
you
bougie
just
on
gotta
us.
know. No, it's I didn't get bougie. It's called taking care of your mental welfare because ain't no and like the dream displayed. I was in distress. I forgot my
While somebody
passport.
else is having fun, you stressing out.
Right. But I didn't
Yeah,
even get a chance to focus on if I ever got the passport. Why the hell did I stay on the bus?
yeah, that's
Right?
wild.
Because
That's
I was
wild.
prioritizing other people's stuff. But what I wanted to talk to you about that came to me the other day, and I was like, oh, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to the podcast, and I hope I didn't forget because in this old age, I'll be forgetting. But I
I forget
didn't forget
everything.
this. I see. That's because you got a baby crying every hour of the night.
Man, this
No,
this life is gangster over here.
my question for you is, have you realized that you do not give yourself time to celebrate?
Oh, for sure.
Because so this is what it dawned on when I was thinking about our in-person podcast, right? And we was just talking
Hmm.
about just different things and how we were so grateful for stuff. I was like, I remember when you was about to get this house, how excited you were, right? You was like,
Hmm.
man, we gonna get this new house. It's the community. I can go running. It's a good place to raise the baby, blah, blah, blah. And then y'all got the house, and I ain't heard you say, like, you ain't threw a housewarming. You ain't did nothing that's like remotely close to celebrating.
No, well. To be fair, I was going to do Super Bowl housewarming, but it was just too late in terms of getting the message out. So the housewarming is coming. Um, but no, that was a big thing for me moving into. It's just like, damn, you reached this goal. So what is it now? And I think initially when we got in, we had the handyman here like every damn day. So we giving them 300 a week. And I'm like, I didn't account for this shit. Like that wasn't part of the budget, But obviously things needed to get done. But I am enjoying it. I am enjoying it. And I was just thinking about this coming home earlier. You know, like I didn't have a place where I can go and let my wings spread my wings and know that I had a nesting place to fall
Mm.
back on.
First of all, define nesting place. I think that's something that needs to be said.
Meaning that if I failed, no matter how many times, I knew I had a place to stay. I knew I didn't have to worry about bills or anything like that. And I feel like I I would have, but my granny passed away at an early age. And so once that happened, I felt like I didn't have um, a place to always go back to where I knew I was going to be welcome, right? Um, but fast forward to this car ride home and having my oldest two daughters in there, and that's what this is about. Like really having this place so that they can go and experience and not have to worry about, damn, where can I fail, where I can't lay my head anywhere, or no one wants me. And I feel like that's been my silent flex, knowing
Mm.
that I'm doing all I can to make sure that this is this is there for them and will be there for them. And so when you say that, like, you know, quiet as kept, as hard as it took me to get here, I know it can be gone like that. And especially with my job being threatened with all this other stuff. But
Yeah.
I am
But it's
definitely
okay to
grateful,
enjoy.
and it is, and I just yeah, I just think like I need to clip the chains in terms of feeling like every move had to be or have to be a strategic move or a survival move
Yeah.
versus clipping the chains and just being free and
Because I
letting
was
that.
going to tell you, you're moving like survival mode. And I was like, how do I say this without offending him? And I was like, dang, but if I get it on record, if he cuts me out, I can show the police. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding.
Nah,
No, I
definitely,
was,
definitely
and
not
it's
offended.
because I seen it in me at one point, right? Like, so speaking of like your guardian, right, leaving at a younger, you know, when I lost my mom and she was 36, all I kept thinking is am I gonna make it to 36, right? So just imagine, you know, you 14 thinking about 36, and it's all these milestones prior to that, right? You have 16, you have graduating from high school, and I got skipped, so I graduated a year early from high school. I never fully invested in my wows and my aha moments, right? And all these things that was super unique about me, because all I could focus on was, am I gonna make it past
Yeah,
36?
yeah.
And then I got to 36, right? And then I started thinking about, I got fascinated with what 40 was going to look like and if 40 was going to be stable.
Mm,
And I realized that that's a lot of years to be worrying about years ahead and not
mm,
really.
in the moment,
Yeah.
being
And
in the
so when
moment.
I seen that in you, it triggered me. That's why I brought it up. It actually triggered me. I said, oh, wow.
Well, when did you see it, or what, what
I
was
just
it?
remember I just remember there was no follow-up to the excitement that
Mm,
you displayed. Like, you have those friends that root for you, and you have those friends that pretend they care, but they just hoping that they can just see you fall one more
yeah,
time.
yeah.
I'm your rooter, right? I'm be
Mm,
sitting here like I talk about you. Like, it's so many friends that you probably never met, but they know who Kimon is, right?
yeah,
And so I remember telling people like, yeah, Kimongo is moving closer to me. Everybody kind of knew the thing. And I was like, yeah,
yeah,
he was telling me about the community. And I just stopped talking because you did.
yeah,
So
yeah.
then
I
when I
heard
get questions like, hey, how do Kimon like the house? I just started laughing. Like, I need to ask him.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so
That's
I
a
just,
big statement. That's a powerful statement. That's a powerful observant. Like, yeah.
and I know
That's
you
I.
happy
Yeah,
with the house. I just,
yeah,
you stop, you like you, it was almost like a cliffhanger, right? It's
mm,
like the last segment was ooh, and then I remember following up with y'all. Did y'all get the house? You like, yeah, we moving in. You free to come, you free to come help us back. Nah, nah, nah,
but
nah, nah, nah.
and also though, like, but that's also going to that luggage piece. Even though we are tight, we always will be tight, um, and just really, I guess, being observant with how people are moving in your circle, right? Like I know you've been busy with traveling and things of that nature, and things, you lost two close friends, in the last month per se, or the
Mhm.
short time frame. So me being observant in that, and it's almost like I want to. I'm also, I guess, filling out um your temperature on it, because I know
Mhm.
your healing process, your grieving process, is happening, and it just looks different. So
Yeah.
me sharing what this excitement and all that, it kind of almost felt like I just wanted to put it on the back burner to make sure
And you
you
don't
were.
ever have to.
Yeah, I know,
No,
but
because I think it's important for, we talked about it a little bit before. I think it was the week before about knowing like the different ways you like the different, like, yeah, it was last week. We was talking about knowing your relationship with God and knowing your relationship with your
mhm,
friends. I think for us it's beyond friendship, right? This is a siblingship, right?
yeah,
And so for me, I look at it like you my brother, and yeah, I'm feeling this, but I'm also, it fills my cup
yeah,
to know you're good.
yeah.
So
I hear
even
you.
though I'm going through my grief, a part of my healing journey is being surrounded by people that are good and doing good
I'm
and
doing
feeling
good.
good because I'm going to absorb that. I'm going to absorb that good feeling, just like I would absorb your sadness, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just knowing when to preserve space and know that, like, okay, she may not be sitting up just sobbing because that's not what I do, right? And
Hmm.
then when I do that, it's literally like it's an isolated space because I don't know if people know how to get me out of that when I get down.
Yeah, yeah,
And I know
yeah.
that's never been our thing. Like you've seen me in heartbreaking situations where I'm like crying and trying to understand what I could have did different. But losing somebody obviously is a different level of grief.
And what was my advice? Stay away from them niggas.
No, first of all, your first advice ever was you remember what you always told me. You don't need no boyfriend. Ain't nobody good enough for you.
Ain't nobody.
You still think nobody
Yeah.
good enough for me?
I mean, shit, the proof is in the pudding.
And we ain't had a bowl of pudding.
Since Cosby went
But
away.
no, no, but you said what? What
I
you
said since Cosby went away.
pudding pop? I'm done. I ain't fooling with you. No, but I want to I think that's something that needs to be said. Like it is okay to be happy in my sadness because it's balance
Mm,
and authentic relationships should allow you to feel whatever you feeling. And I'll never miss out celebrating you or anybody that I hold to this stature of a relationship because I'm sad because then I'm just hating.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I'm the
That's what it
friend, you
feels.
happy?
Yeah.
That feels good to me. That makes me feel like empowered to get out of that funk.
That's good to know. And to answer the question, we are definitely enjoying it. Everything has been great. The neighbors, you know, everything.
I see y'all took
So
a family walk the other day.
we did, we did, we
See,
did.
I'm about to go rent a family. I'm just playing.
Nah,
When I
just
be
pull up
having the
over
kids,
here.
I be going on walk. No, I'm cool.
Damn, you gonna shut.
Your baby don't like me, Keymon.
Oh man, okay. We're not gonna go there.
Oh, I'm just
We're
kidding.
not
I'm gonna come see her
gonna.
this weekend.
Yeah, pull up.
I am.
We're here. We're here. Damn.
What were you gonna
See,
say?
nah, I'm just still processing that
Well,
statement.
I noticed that as much as we talk and have like real conversations, what I do appreciate about creating this space is that there's these other pieces of the conversation that don't come up until we hear, and then it's just like because I'm literally face to face with you, no, regardless to how many people see this, right?
Yeah,
In this space, it's just you and me,
yeah.
and and it really dawned on me, like, dang, like I need to ask him this, like,
Mm.
is he enjoying his space or not so much what can I do? Because I ain't paying for nothing. I mean,
I was like
I'm
that.
really handy. I could do some tool stuff. But
um,
just, I just wanted to make sure I checked in and asked you
mm,
how things were going for you and how you were feeling about the new space. But don't get lost. I see you
mm,
drifting on a memory.
yeah,
I'm about to start
yeah.
singing Isley Brothers.
Shit, go ahead.
Um, so what's the next big goal for you? Like what is something that you're like excited about? Like what is something that's recently like on you like, "Ooh, I'm actually thinking about this."
The the next goal for me is really solidifying a business component. I have been in talks with a couple of friends that they're trying to pull me in a couple of directions and just trying to really be intentional with this next move because the next move I really wanted. wanted to fund the family. And what I mean by that is something where I don't even have to touch or don't want to touch.
So when you say fund the family, I'm just, they say if you don't ask, you don't know. I'm just trying to find
Yeah,
out. So
so yeah, yeah, you can come over, I cook for you. Um but yeah, I would say that would be where my headspace is at. Like which way or what is going to require or deserves effort and attention. And I'm also excited about how we move in this. Like, what's our next step to why be negative? I feel like
right.
people are
Well,
starting to feel like this is ours. They're like, oh, you just a hope. No, this is
tap
ours.
on that. So somebody didn't think this was your
Yeah, they just thought I was just a guest or just helping promote it. You know, and it hasn't been the first time someone asked about it, but then they're like, oh, you know, so but once I explained it to them, the excitement and desire to want to help us really came out.
and to be fair, we didn't tell anybody.
We
It
didn't.
just happened. But
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm like this. I like the idea of measuring growth
yeah.
and not just like between the two of us, we know some people. You've been to my birthday parties.
Hmm.
Them the house, not the room, the house be packed.
Yeah,
75 and up. Like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
always jam packed. But at the same time, I can't tell you everybody that's been in my parties
yeah,
have supported the YB
yeah.
negative, and I'm not mad about it. I really just, and I keep saying it, I wanted to touch who is supposed to touch,
Hmm.
and I wanted to go where it's supposed to go, no strings attached. But if knowing, I know for a fact, I have multiple friends, but I know for a fact one friend who she comments on the YouTube channel like almost every week, you
Yeah.
know? And she's like, I look forward. She said, I ain't gonna even sugarcoat this. She'd be like, I roll my blunt up and I'd be like, it's time to lock in because they about to
Yeah.
say something.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where it goes to. I think the biggest part is knowing that it is going to go somewhere because we're going somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
all the different things that we have going on, like this will be a great space for us to advertise our friends' businesses, also have those
Mm,
conversations. I have friends looking forward to being on here once we get that
yeah.
ready to go. Um, but yeah, this is one of those, this is a mellow episode because I feel like something is coming. I just don't know what,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Like even
Yeah.
with my performances coming up next week. So one of my old organizations I used to work for got, like I said, brought me back in to do this whole Black History Month event. And I'm thinking to myself, like, something gonna come from this.
Mm,
This particular event alone, I don't know what it is, but something's gonna come from it. Even if the what's coming from it is a young person is gonna walk away feeling
mm,
proud of their heritage, right? Because of what is being said or displayed. But
yeah.
most importantly, it's another network.
Yeah. Yeah. So with that being said, what are you excited for? What's your next goal? With all the million things you have going on.
You know what? I was just tripping out. This week alone, I filled out three W-9s for my business. Just this
Mm,
3 week alone. And anybody that own a business, I'm sure they could tell you, well, depending on what kind of business you're doing, right? To have three W-9s in 1 week, it just felt seen. I felt
mm,
validated. I feel like I have tried different endeavors, but I don't think I fully believed in it like I believe in the after agency, right?
mm.
Like, and the crazy part is, I don't know if I ever told you how I came up with the name.
No, you
So
never.
I got ordained in November of 22, and I was laying in the bed in February 23, and I was just really sad about something. And I started meditating because I told you that's my go-to. When I feel
Hmm.
like my brain does not allow me to sit in clearly, I'll
Mm-hmm.
meditate. And I was literally meditating and I was crying. And I was like, God, just show me what I'm supposed to do next. And I just seen it clear as day. The after agency.
Mm,
Everything will begin after you touch it.
mm,
And I was like,
mm,
so no lie, I was like, I got about that meditation and I wrote it down.
mm,
But what's crazy is when I originally told people I figured out my business name. I figured it out. They was like, I don't get it. The after agency. I don't get it. Why is it not the? I was getting told grammatically I was wrong. I said no, because it's everything. You can't be married until after I marry
yeah,
you.
yeah,
You don't receive the certification, the things that I'm offering until after I provide it, right?
yeah, yeah,
And the young people that I'm touching, they won't feel the impact until after I deliver the speech at the keynote speaking. And so it just started getting more and more powerful. And then I started getting more again, like I started a business that already had clients waiting for me.
yeah, yeah. And then
So
you're definitely one of one for sure, for sure,
I appreciate you.
for sure, for sure.
So that's what I'm excited about. I'm excited to see how much impact the after agency will have. You know, I'm trying something different next week. I'm actually going to freestyle my whole poetry piece.
Mm. You want to give us
Um,
a you want to give an example?
ribbit, ribbit.
Come on.
You know, one day I'm gonna bless y'all, but I want to do it where it catch you off guard, so you could be like, "Here you go."
I'll, I'll try it another day. I don't want to wake up the baby.
If you wake up the baby, I'm gonna just turn the whole camera off, turn the
Man,
camera off, turn the camera
man,
off.
turn the camera off for sure,
So
for
no,
sure.
I'm looking forward to everything that one of my biggest prayers have been for me to tap into every talent that God has given
Mm,
me, because I know he didn't give me all these talents not to utilize them.
yeah,
And
for
I'm
sure.
just now coming into myself with a lot of stuff. Like it's a lot of stuff I'm just now standing more boldly with and more confident with. I also want to start a women's program, not so much like a women's circle.
Okay.
So where women get together and do like retreats together, but it's
Mm,
a form of healing and sisterhood. One of the things that I want to destroy, demolish, is that they say women can't get along.
you know, yeah, that's a big statement. That is a
And
big
I want to
statement.
prove that that don't have to be true.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
choice.
yeah, yeah.
So why be negative off the
Because
ground and all of it? I want to get it all off.
at the end of the day, once you feel seen, and everybody wants to feel seen, everyone just needs a little push. Seen, then heard. I feel like those are, for me,
Mhm.
those are the most important things for me when I step into a room.
And guess what? I feel like everybody needs to see themselves first. They need to hear themselves and they need to know themselves. And that is the journey that has led me to the person you see right now. I can want people, point I want to make. I have secured millions of dollars for companies
Mm,
doing keynote speeches, doing retreats, all under another company's name. I'm the same person that delivered those same things. But then I started a business, and I'm not going to lie, it ain't been easy knowing that people know what you're capable of and they want to cut you short. They don't want to put your name in the pot. People are secretly, like what we talked about earlier, they see you doing it but ain't going to vouch for you.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I
And,
had to
and
stop waiting for other people to validate that for me.
that's why it's so important to put put yourself and share your ideas with people that's going to talk for you when you're not in the room,
Exactly.
validate you when you're not in the room. That's huge. That's huge.
And it goes back to that dream
Exactly.
and not being
Exactly.
left to carry everybody else's baggage.
Mm,
while you're trying to get somewhere and you don't even have your freaking passport to get there. That's wild.
You go, sister.
Well, at the end of the day, I love being able to come back to this space regardless to how the week has gone. Cause I mean,
Mm,
offline, there are challenges we both face that we talk
mm,
about that doesn't even need to be here just yet, right? I
yeah,
feel like for me, it's not that it's a secret. I just can't wait to tell you the victory behind it.
yeah, yeah,
Then I'm like, guess what? So remember X,
yeah.
Y, and Z was happening. But I am excited overall for our continued growth individually and then how we come back together collectively. I can't wait for your baby hair to grow. I mean, for her to stop crying.
You a hater. You a hater.
I am. She's so cute. I can't wait
Yeah.
for you to just be like, this is my baby. Nah, but
Ooh,
I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to the 100th episode.
100. This is gonna be eight, right? Eight.
This is 8.
That's
And
eight
you flip
weeks.
it to the
That's eight.
side.
Infinity.
Infinity.
Um, but damn, eight. That's 2 months. 2 months being consistent. It's pretty damn good. We're done with a quarter of episodes.
I
Mm.
am proud of us. So, with that being said, why
Why be negative?
you just couldn't do it together? You just had to slow that thing down.
Well, no, you tried to roll your R's.
NR. Why be? Where's bring that back? I'm never stopping this one. Where's the R? Do over. Come on and stop playing. Why
Why
be negative?
negative?